All right, guys, this isn't necessarily going to be a review because I'm still getting familiar with this knife. It's not going to be an unboxing either. I guess it's gonna just sort of be my initial reactions. This knife showed up about a week ago. SpyderCo Poliwog. I bought this knife because I am a sucker for just goofy, fun designs. And this is an Eric Lesser design. Same gentleman that designed the PM2, the paramilitary series. And correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know it's the PM2 and I believe it's the whole series, but I think it's just a fun little, cool, unique knife, right? This one is built in Seki City, Japan. It is in CPM M4 blade steel, and I believe SpyderCo calls this their ball bearing lock. It's the same, I've been told it's the same lock that is on the Manix, but that has a cover on the lock, so that's an updated version of it. This is a old design by SpyderCo that they've re-released, and it's interesting, right? Just super, super cool, I think. My initial thoughts on it, the design is probably the best thing that it has going for me. If you don't like the design, you're not gonna like this knife, in my opinion. I think in hand, as long as you're holding it in what would be the traditional grip for this knife, it's super comfortable. Obviously, your fingers melt into those grooves there. They got that huge choil up front. I can get all the way on this knife, and I don't have much hanging out the end, but everything feels like it's in place. That's about the only grip option available. This ball bearing lock is not fidget friendly. You can one-handed open the knife, but it's gonna be a slow roll, just like that. I mean, I've tried flicking it, and it just doesn't wanna go. I've gotten it a few times, but there you go. It's just, you're not gonna have fun trying to flick it. You're gonna fail to open it more often than you're gonna actually open it, and so it's just frustrating. The pocket clip, wire pocket clip, reversible for both right and left-handed tip-up carry only. Scales G10, this is a Blade HQ exclusive, and it is currently in stock when I checked as of February 1st on Blade HQ's website. That's probably my biggest complaint about this knife is the scales particularly. Nothing against G10, I love G10. There's just no liners on this. You have your locking mechanism bolted into the scales there, and that is it. Between this standoff that holds the clip and your locking mechanism, there's nothing, no liners, not even partial liners. So that's a little frustrating. It makes the profile pretty thin this way. And it just, I don't know. It's not my favorite. I actually haven't carried this knife at all yet because I haven't decided whether or not I'm going, I guess, to try and resell it at some point in the future. And if I am, I would like to keep it in as good of shape as possible. But ultimately, I carry everything that I own. So this will find its way in my pocket, and I'll have to give you a more in-depth review once I've had a little more time with it. I like the size of it. It's small. It is super skinny. I just dislike the G10 scales and that it's not as fidget friendly as I was hoping, or at all really. But I do think it's a cool knife, and I'm glad it is in my collection for right now. There it is, SpyderCo Poliwog.